on, of course, but I don't know if I don't know. I'm trying to gather my thought because I feel like the Chiefs and the Royals both as teams and as organizations don't have um I don't know the word I'm looking for. I just don't think they have it. I don't think they have a path towards it unless they get some help from an outside source, and I don't know what that source would be, but maybe they can get some help from Jerry Jones, who helped him build the stadium. But I don't know if they have the right vision. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I don't think they have the right vision going forward. And I think somebody needs to come in and help both teams craft that vision. And then on top of crafting that vision, meet with the city, meet with the neighborhoods, whoever it is who wants you to come to their area to build. And I think they skipped a lot of steps, over the past like 4 or 5 months to get to that.
Yeah, it want to me, um, if they're talking moving, whether it's the Royals or Chiefs or both, Wyandotte County just makes the most sense. I mean, you got so much happening out there with the legends. You got
Yes.
sporting, you got the Speedway, you got Margaritaville coming. You've got this new Mattel theme park with all the
But is that
March and
too
the
much
stuff.
though?
yeah, huh?
Is that too much?
No,
No,
that's what you want
no,
because you
I
don't
think you
have to
want it.
spend any money to put like a entertainment district around your
Gotcha.
stadium because
Okay.
and I heard Live Nation is wanting to break ground on this new like I guess the entertainment type district similar to
Yeah,
Power and Light, but it's
yeah,
going to be more of a music venue. You also already have we talk about $800 million for it that the Chiefs are wanting to put it out at Arrowhead. They spent 800. The city of Kansas spent $800 million building a new I believe it's called home field, the home
yeah,
field
Oh,
project
okay.
out
yeah.
there where it's indoor basketball and they also have the baseball turf field. So I mean it makes sense for Wyandotte County to get
And
a team.
I think it makes sense outside of the border war that we've been seeing between people in Kansas City. I think it makes sense to have one of those teams move to Wyandotte. And I think it makes much more sense than having it in Independence.
Oh yeah.
Um,
No
it
way he's going to Independence.
well, and I mean that's basically where they are
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay.
They're like a couple of blocks over. They're still in Kansas City, but I I don't like the location out there, and I think it's because it's been there my whole life. I would like to see the Royals or the Chiefs create a new legacy in a new part of town. And I think what makes the most sense is Wyandotte County. Like Steve said, there's so much motion going out there, building home field. You've got the legends already built up. I think Wyandotte could use that. And then it gives us that like by state tax. Like each side of the state line pays taxes on their team, takes care of the facilities and everything. So that way, there it's a. I think it would be a lot more bustling economy for Kansas City to be able to have these different districts, not just relegated to Power and Light being the main attraction. I think we need. That Wyandotte. I think North Kansas City needs some. I think we need to build a better metro, especially when it comes to entertainment, because we are the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. And let them.
Yeah.
I think the Royals, to me, I think they're either going to move to East Village or they're going to jump ship to another city. Period.
Oh,
Like
another
not,
city.
yeah. I think Nashville, and that's I don't know why that's, but John Sherman seems like the type. It's like, all right, y'all don't want to give me what I want. His wife already
Yeah, I was
came
saying
out
his
and said
wife
it.
already said something, right?
Yeah, so I think they're going to jump ship.
Now, WNBA reportedly awarding Toronto an expansion franchise to begin play in 2026. Come here to Kansas City.
Yes.
What are you guys' thoughts on this one, Q?
I think Kansas City is probably going to be the next in the bidding. We have, I think we have, and as you could hear the sneakers squeaking outside, I think we have uh, a healthy basketball community. And I think being able to put a women's basketball team next to a women's soccer team
Yeah.
to be able to build the women's game, I think we can. I think we can benefit from that. And if the Royals leave, good because that's a newer progressive team that will be coming in, and then you have women's sports like Kansas City focusing on women's sports. That kind of like turns everything on its head uh, because it's gonna make the city more progressive, and it's gonna make us more forward thinking, and one of those cities that's not so far behind the eight ball, when it comes to entertainment and sports as a whole.
I think it's shifting into just sports in general. I mean, we saw it in college where the male men's basketball is like null and void right now. Like you're seeing the shift in women, and I feel like it's going to happen that way. I know we talk more in WNBA, but it's going to happen that way for just women's professional sports too.
Yeah.
Just, it's cool to see like the KC Current how well things are going for them at their new stadium. Like it's
right now, right?
yeah, they it's so it's a breath of fresh air for not only sports but women's sports in KC. Like it gives
non-sports fans too. I feel like everybody is just like, I want to watch it. I want to be a part of history in the making, because honey, I know nothing about soccer, but I've been so excited just to hear more things about KC Current and just how they've been kind of like a trailblazer in a way. So yeah, I think it is very exciting just for women's sports in general. They can bring I don't know, women's hockey team, and I'd be like, yes, let's do it.
Jazz, would you like to see women's basketball here?
Definitely. And I think, like you said, we have such a basketball community. I mean, I know Steve's going to hate it, but we have KU right up the road. We definitely have good basketball here in the area, like on both sides, men or women. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to believe that we don't have something already. And so especially for girls, I mean, like Tony had said with the women's soccer, people just want to get involved. Girls around the community are able to see that. So could you imagine on another sports side, young girls here in Kansas City get to see that also. I mean, then it gives us options. It's not just like you have to be a women's soccer player if you want to be a pro player. And so I think that was really cool. But I also wanted to ask you guys, like, why Toronto out of all the places? Like, I honestly expected it to be somewhere closer to home, I guess.
So the WNBA has explored that market. They played some how the NBA used to go around the different cities and play like their preseason games. So the WNBA did that in Toronto, and it was crazy. The amount of fans that were there, and so I feel like that's why they wanted to move to that
they
market.
have an NBA franchise to pair it with.
Yeah, well, it's not a thing anymore.
Oh, they did.
So they're moving. They're splitting from, or this is what the rumor mill is that they're going to split from the NBA. Whereas in the past, you had to have an NBA team to have a WNBA city. I mean, to have it in your city to have a WNBA team. So now you don't have to do that. And it's like, all right, where can we go? Yeah. Oh, Kansas City.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, come on. I need to do my Asia.
Do it. Let's hear it.
The pitch, Beyonce. No.
No, but I think the Mahomes, Patrick and Brittany, I think they're forward thinkers. And the amount of money that Patrick is throwing to at sports and just to, help his brands and I guess the business term diversify your portfolio is what he's doing. And, I could see him definitely bringing a WNBA team here.
Where in the city?
They play at T-Mobile. Yeah. They'd have to play at T-Mobile. Oh,
yeah. Easy. Yep. That's an easy button right there.
Now, Indianapolis Star newspaper bans columnist Greg Doyle from covering Caitlin Clark after an inappropriate exchange. I've kind of kept up with this on Twitter. The Twitter beef has been kind of funny. Another beef. Let's see what happened.
Candace. Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me and we'll be able to get along just fine. So, question is.
Yeah, so for those of you listening on 100.1 FM, and they get to see. But so in the press conference, the reporter asked Caitlin Clark why, he did the heart emoji or hand gesture to her. And that's what she does after every game. And so he said, if you do that to me, we'll be good for the season. So people on Twitter and Instagram took it and kind of ran with it. And I don't feel like it was something that you need to do in period, and especially if you don't know her like that, you know what I'm saying? So it just was kind of sketch, really.
And like I've been hearing about this as well, kind of following up on social media, but I actually never heard him say it. So now after hearing him say it, I would feel uncomfortable, So is he just suspended from doing?
He's suspended from the whole. He was suspended from writing in the paper for 2 weeks, and then he's suspended from covering the team indefinitely.
Yeah.
And the team didn't do it. It was the newspaper that did
it.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure it was one of those memos from the team, like, hey, either y'all gonna do it or we gonna do it.
Or we revoke your whole media
That's
pass
exactly
for
what it
your
was.
whole organization. So yes, he a fan. He He must be a 6'9" god.
Yeah, that was a little sketch. Yeah. I felt uncomfortable just listening to that. So, I mean, you definitely have to protect your players, and then for the sake of the newspaper, I mean, you have to protect your image as well. So you don't want one bad apple to ruin it for the rest of people who actually go out there and have the, morals and ethics of journalism.
As they should. I mean, I think it's just uncomfortable. You could tell like how she looked back, and for something that's like intimate in every game, like everybody knows that's her ritual. Like especially to do that to your family. Everybody has that one niche, and it's like one thing when it's like the whole Tyreek Hill wave, where it's like funny or it's like talking crap or whatever. But this one is obviously more intimate. Like that's you showing love to your family. So for you to like insert that, it's like stay in your lane. Who are you?
Like maybe if he would have just ended it with. Just showing and she's like, I do that to my family. All right, and tell me how you felt out there on the court today. Instead of you do that to me, and we're going to be great. What?
Yeah. You just made it weird. You didn't have to go there. I mean, it's just all around sus, I guess.
So do you two ladies on the panel? Do you two ladies feel like the emergence of women's sports is going to bring more behavior like this out of male journalists?
Nope. And I'm the answer for them. I'm like, nope. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, if they just made an example out of him, I would stick to I have my what, why, how, when, and where. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do the absolute most.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd like to think that it's that way, but I mean, there's always going to be the weirdos in the room. And like, I mean, I think it's one thing to like have the who, what, where, and why, but people still know that stuff goes on behind closed doors. Yeah. You're going to be able to read when women are uncomfortable, just like we could read that of like, she's uncomfortable without even having to say it. I think regardless, if you try to play it by the book, I mean, I'm just the type that people always show their true colors. So I don't think I think it'll still be an issue.
Man, I hope not. Security. No.
Yeah, that example that people ask dumb questions.
Yeah.
Like, and so I don't think that'll ever stop. But I do feel like them putting the magnifying glass on this, and for him getting the suspension, and for people on social media to kind of take it to that next level, as social media does. I think that'll kind of, for right now, until people forget about it, that it actually happened, somebody will be stupid and do something else.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, because I mean, I don't want to compare it to the domestic violence in the NFL, but like you said, they used him as an example. They've used several NFL players as examples, and it's a problem that still happens.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's partly why I asked, because I feel like that's dangerous territory. Like, these young women are smart, athletic, and a lot of them are very attractive. So a lot of men in that industry, they're going to have to check themselves to stay away from something like that oozing out.
And you know what too? Like, since the way that media is going now, in a direction that is going in, with it being more of a culture type thing, an influencer based type thing, people feel comfortable asking or doing stuff like that. You know, I think they've made society in general or social media in general has just made it to where, oh, we want to see the hot take. We want to see the, oh, well, what's trending. Oh, we know Taylor Swift had done. We saw Travis Kelce do this. So, oh, I'm gonna ask Caitlin Clark. Oh, she's doing the heart emojis. So I want my question to go. And I think it just went far left. Maybe, and I'm not speaking for him, but he was probably trying to do to get some attention to whatever else he's trying to get attention to. So I don't know. People are gonna people at the end of the day.
What, when, where,
Yeah.
how,
I think he
and
was.
why.
I think he was starstruck, and he's super attracted to her.
Yeah.
Could be that too. Could be that too.
Oof. Weird. And I think the scary part too is that, which kind of leads us into our next topic, but a lot of the people that are of power or in charge of that are men. So how many situations do we not know about?
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm
Of
so
course.
sure there's a lot we
course.
don't know about.
Of course, but people are calling it out though. Like, I mean, you even see it in the on the men's side of the men, and it's the number that don't do it is far greater than the number that do. And I mean, I can even go to Patrick Beverly, who was interviewed by the ESPN reporter. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah.
And
he
the one that didn't subscribe to the.
he said, "Are you going to subscribe to my podcast? Do you subscribe?" And pushed her microphone out of his face.
And she was the only woman.
And she was the only woman over there.
Mhm.
And so ESPN said, "Nah, you're not." And he's always on ESPN First Take and other shows. And they said, "No, you're not coming on our platform anymore." So he's done. So now I think them shining a light on it. But I felt like his peers should have said something too.
Yeah, definitely should have.
And the other reporter should have walked away at that time. Like, "Oh, you gonna do that? Oh, this interview's done."
Because I'm not subscribed either.
I didn't know who he was, but anyways.
But Adidas names Candace Parker president of women's basketball.
Yeah.
Period. I love to see that after the conversation we just had. Let's hear from Shaq as he congratulated Candace Parker on retirement and her new role.
Candace, do you hear that in the background? Dun 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 dun. That's that presidential music. I don't have a question. I just want to say, you know how I feel about you. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Good luck in your new endeavor, and I appreciate our friendship. Endeavor, not endeavor. Excuse me. And I appreciate.
Say something.
I appreciate our friendship very much, and I'm so proud of you. Love you.
I love you too. I appreciate you. And I recently saw your podcast where you were talking about why you retired, because you felt like you weren't him anymore. And I think that was part of the reason why, I thought it was time in the game, is like you realize after a long time, you've dominated for a long time and now you can't do it. And it's just not as fun anymore. And so I appreciate you being a role model for me, not only on the court, because we know what you do, but off the court. I'm trying to be a business woman like you. And so thank you for raising the bar and continue to be a great friend and partner for me.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that is.
That's super dope. I think Candace is, and you're getting these brands that we talked about it. I think a couple of weeks ago, Q and I, about just the brands buying other brands and then wanting to stand out amongst. You got the JD Sports being purchased by, or JD Sports buying another company, and some other companies purchasing these smaller companies to make a conglomerate. And I think that's what Adidas is doing, especially naming someone who is able to go and get some of the younger women.
Yeah.
All of the young ladies coming out of college look up to Candace Parker. They just do, especially the hoopers. They're the ones that really know. But yeah, I think that they're just it's a major play to get the younger women to be able to wear Adidas.
Yeah, I gotta give him some stripes now.
Yeah, that and I'm looking at their roster of WNBA athletes, and they only have Haley Van Lith listed as one of their endorsed athletes. So do you think this is a way for Candace to pull on more athletes as the faces of Adidas?
Mm-hmm. because Nike has everybody.
Yeah.
Nike just do. And I don't know why. If there's only so many ways you can make the way a shoe looks. Like, I mean, you see the way that all the Nike sneakers look, and then you get an outlier of Adidas, and I'm talking on the male side with Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
Oh yeah,
you get an outlier the way his shoe looks. And I think Adidas now is trying to be in the forefront of the sneaker brand. And if they can do it with women, they're able to help push women forward.
Yeah.
And I think she's like the personality hire too. Like you said, like girls look up to her. They think that she's cool. She's not just like a typical president that you would think, like the button up, like corny.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she would be very open-minded and forward thinking and stuff like that, to where it's like, okay, she seems cool. Like she had swag even when she was playing. So it's like, okay, we know that she knows what's up. She knows that what's cute and what's not.
Right.
I mean, like we're women, we look at that type of stuff, you know? And so I think if she were to approach me or something, oh yeah, it's Candace Parker, I'm going with it. Like
exactly.
easily.
Sign me up.
Right.
For sure.
And I think she's gonna be hands-on. I mean, even she said in her press conference, she said, I don't want to be a mascot. I want to be in the meetings. I want to be a part of making decisions.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think they understand that she's a WNBA legend, and she's gonna be very hands-on. I mean, we saw Puma do it with Jay, bringing on Jay-Z as a president of basketball operations. So you got to bring on somebody who people recognize, one, and who they look up to and they respect.
Well, and again, like I talked about with the Chiefs and the Royals, you have to have a vision, and especially when it comes to an organization or a business, not only of this size, but being able to have a certain level of influence. And Adidas really hasn't had that. Especially when you look at Adidas and Puma, like you said, Nike has everybody from, well, I mean, the Jordan brand split off, but that's how big it became. And I think a lot of these shoe brands, and I mean, not even really shoe brands, because Adidas does sportswear too. A lot of these brands need that cool in the room, and a lot of corporations and especially global corporations don't have that cool personality along with the vision. And when you don't have a vision for your brand, it comes off, just very bad. Because outside of Anthony Edwards, who has an NBA shoe deal with Adidas?
You got Dame Lillard. You've got
have you wore Dame Lillard shoes?
No, but I would. I mean, they're cool. I mean, I like them. It's just the Adidas has more of other sports. I think basketball was on the bottom tier of their list. I mean, you look at all the other sports, they have all the top athletes. I mean, you look at soccer, they have Messi. You look at football, they got Mahomes. You look at and they had Kobe for a long time. So I just think basketball was on the bottom tier, and now they're moving, trying to get up there with the basketball, the top players. I mean, and you think about it, Adidas is 1A, 1B. You're not thinking Nike basketball shoes, Nike, Adidas.
But are you picking Nike or Adidas when they come to you?
It just depends on what they look like. I mean, because Jordan is an outlier.
True.
I mean, I'm more of a Jordan wearer than anything, so I think I don't really consider those Nikes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just think of it as Jordan brand. And I think most people do too. They just don't think of it as Nike. But on the back end, Nike's sitting back like Mr. Burns, like, yeah, we know.
No, because I mean, they still sell it on their website.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
It's not too far removed from each other.
And you think of lifestyle too. Adidas has had the people. I mean, you think of the Yeezys. They've had an exclusive brand for such a long time. And like I said, basketball has just been on the back burner.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I want to see the emergence of Adidas and Reebok to come back full swing, where we could have almost like a big three in athletic wear.
They just got to make it look cool.
And that's what I'm saying. Because Reebok hadn't looked cool for a very long time. Adidas, especially in that 2000s to 2020, 2021, they really didn't have a lot of hits in between then. So
They had
Side-
Kobe's. They had
I
Kobe's.
feel like when I wore Adidas, I just wore the classic,
the generic,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
generic. That's it.
Shell toes or
Yeah,
something.
and I don't think I've worn Adidas since maybe like freshman year in high school.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Adidas has had probably a 20 to 25 year gap that they have not really moved the needle, and it might be something that I'm forgetting.
The Yeezy.
It,
The Yeezy
Yeah,
wave.
Yeezy ran. I pushed Adidas for
That was
years.
the most I got interested in Adidas was the
but
Yeezy
I mean
wave.
that was it. And you would figure like a global brand like that, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's some kind of sport, you know, it would be that. And soccer's still emerging, but
True.
Yeah.
Side note, have you guys noticed that Reebok's in Walmart?
No,
Yes, they are in Walmart, and I will say when I walk past it, because they got a nice little display.
Yeah, and
nice little
Where else
display.
we
they
did
have like the
Walmart?
sports bra and leggings section. I was like, wait, because I saw the bright colors, like you said, it was like immediate, and I'm like, wait, Reebok's in Walmart now? Like, I mean, maybe they were trying, maybe that's their push on the
I
other
mean,
side, because Champion had a great
Champion
boom.
did the same thing.
in that
That's
era.
what I was.
Like,
That's what I
5
was.
years, 6 years. Yeah.
So I mean, maybe they're trying to spin the block. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's
Now, I
interesting.
do. I
Took me
pushed
off guard.
my little basket past it, like,
Well, and that's what the whole thing was about. Was Shaq being the head of the president of Reebok?
Yeah.
And them congratulating each other. So
We know Shaq's in Walmart.
yes, yes, they are.
yeah, but I think you need to go a little younger than Shaq. I don't know if Shaq's taste in fashion is that, like, again, we talk about,
Yeah.
you talk about the Yeezys, like Reebok doesn't have a Yeezy.
Yeah, they do. They had the. I mean, you got Iverson's. Iverson. They made the rebrand with Iverson. Well, not the
No,
rebrand.
I think I'm talking about outside of sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about outside
Yeah.
of sports, like a lifestyle type of brand.
The Swisher, the
Um,
Swisher pants,
yeah.
and the jumpsuits.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't think that was the staple. Like, you wouldn't be like, I need to have a Reebok.
They had
Swisher
a quick run when you think about like Cash Money. Remember everyone was wearing the Reebok, the all white Reebok classics with the white t-shirts. That may be a little bit before you.
No, that's the soldiers in Reed.
Yeah, they had a quick little run, but after like,
but that's still Reebok classics.
true.
So
Okay.
No. On the downside, former NBA player Glenn Davis sentenced to 40 months in prison for involvement in healthcare and fraud scheme.
Crazy.
Whew. He netted over $5 million in illicit profits. He submitted $132,000 worth of claims, including $27,000 worth of dental work in Beverly Hills. Meanwhile, he was in Vegas. So the math is not mathing. Steve, your thoughts on this one?
He got caught. I mean, like they're gonna make and we see it all the time, and we saw it in football with the Clinton Porters when they got in trouble for their scheme of what they were trying to do with the healthcare benefits. And now they're just gonna make an example of these guys. It's crazy because of the COVID. It was during the COVID time that all this healthcare stuff came about, and they saw what they thought was a loophole in it, and it came back to bite them. But yeah, he's regretting it. But I'm just curious to wonder, like, why him? He made a lot of money. You think about him playing with the Celtics in the Big Three with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, winning an NBA championship. Why do you do that when you have millions of dollars?
He's probably, I don't know, greed.
I mean that, but if he wanted to get away with it, he should have just colluded with the Mississippi governor to steal the money that Brett Favre stole. He'd have been smooth sailing because they haven't even prosecuted Brett Favre. So
I ain't even heard about that in a long, long time. Long time.
But Big Baby he already sentenced. So
yeah.
Well, and it doesn't
Crazy.
seem like Glenn Davis feels that bad because he went on Instagram Live and laughed about the situation. So
Yeah, let's see it.
Flavor Flav.
I got a cold imagination. I'm gonna have to choke the chicken in the bathroom. That's crazy. I'm gonna be swole though. I swear to God, I'm about to get in so much shape. Oh God. That's the only way you can stop me from eating hamburgers is put me in jail. That's what God said. I'm gonna stop you eating hamburgers. I'm gonna put you in jail. You don't want to stop eating hamburgers and Cheetos? You're going to jail.
Yeah, he had to make light of it. Like, only way y'all stop me from eating hamburgers and Cheetos, put me in jail. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess once it hits him and he's actually sitting in jail, them bars closed, then maybe. And I don't think he's going to, even though it's a federal crime, I don't think he's going to go to like Michael Vick jail, where's the camp. He's not gonna go to like Rikers Island or like the federal penitentiary. He's gonna go like to a little camp, but he's not gonna be able to go and come as he pleases.
40 months.
40 months.
That's a little over 3 years.
Is it?
Yeah.
My math sometimes don't math right.
Yeah, it's in there.
Well, glass half empty, I guess. on that note, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll discuss Dave & Buster's. Keep it locked in. This is W Show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors: classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to interact with our show. Use hashtag talk about it. Message us. We'll talk about whatever topic you want. Send us your bets. Dave & Buster's to allow betting on arcade games. I don't know about the claw machine, but it takes my money every time.
I'm ready. Like, get me on skee ball. Get me on. I can run the fade on whatever Papa shot y'all want. Like, whatever.
Air hockey, you are not standing a chance against me.
So. Oh yeah, we can make the bets. Bet it.
I'm undefeated. Air hockey.
Which racing game?
All of them.
Oh, Mario Kart. Stop. Stop playing. Don't play with me on Mario Kart.
A challenge right now.
We can go to Dave & Buster's. As a group outing, I can get Jazz in the air hockey and you on Mario Kart. Whatever Q want to face me against, we can do it. Q, whatever.
What's the name? Peaches.
Princess Peach.
Yeah, Princess Peach. I'm gonna toss out them little turtles so you can, make the little.
Oh man!
Put me on the motorcycle. I want the full experience where you get to lean and everything else. Like I'm full Cindy in it for sure.
Now this might get dangerous though. Like
That's
because
what I'm thinking.
It's a bunch of kids in there. One.
Yeah.
And then you got these adults that are betting as money, and there has to be a limit, I feel like. And then you gotta have to have security because people in money and y'all betting, it's gonna get serious. We see people at the family cookout with the dominoes.
Yeah.
These
Also, we have to go there. Athletes. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm going on a date with somebody, or you know, you're
Yeah.
definitely going somewhere like that where
Mhm.
it's you're having a good time. I could see athletes getting caught up,
Yep.
biting the dust because you think you're just having fun.
Yeah.
And now is that like actual sports betting or whatever? You know, we always have these talks about
Yeah.
betting. Like, how is that gonna? Where do you draw the line of like is this recreational? Who can actually bet? Like,
Exactly.
can you get in trouble for this?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's gonna get serious. I mean, it can get serious for me at the spades table. Y'all renege, and my partner renege, and I'm mad. Like,
That's why I
I'm
just
serious.
go around the cook. I was like, "You want some more lemonade? We got some more beans."
Don't
in
get
the house."
involved.
Yeah, don't get involved at all.
No, but
At all.
athletes though, like you get the basketball guys in there, and they on a pop a
that's
shot.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that trouble? Like,
Yeah,
do you get in
I think
trouble
it
for
is.
that?
It
You know,
might-
like,
yeah.
That's
What-
what I'm thinking. I don't
Can't even take
know.
my kids to Dave and Buster's now.
like, I don't. Yeah, I feel like it could be sticky, but it would also be really fun. I mean,
Because you know the regular fan is gonna try you.
Oh,
If you Brian and you going in there, hey Brian, holler at me on the pop-up shot real quick. They gonna try you. Steph, what's up?
yeah. I
Not
see it
trying
getting
Steph
sticky.
at anything.
Like, if you think about the crowd that's in those type of places, they're competitive people.
Very
Yep.
true.
How many like I like going there just because
true.
you know, like
Yeah.
there's just I don't know. I could see it going
What's
south.
the one
real
game where
quick.
like the light goes around and you have to like hit the button?
I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
trash on that with the
Yeah.
tickets because it has like the number of tickets on there. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty solid on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
See, those aren't my style. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the pop-a shot, the skee ball. Like, let's see some real like coordination in this, not luck.
So give me y'all top 3 games
Arcade
at like an
games?
arcade. Go.
First off, air hockey.
Okay.
Run it for sure. Pop a shot.
Okay.
And then it's between skee ball or the one where it's like the milk. Sometimes it's the milk things and you're throwing the ball and trying to knock them
Oh
down
yeah,
for points.
I know
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Between those two, it's gonna be skee ball or the throwing and hitting the milk jugs.
Okay. All right.
I
What's
think
yours, Q?
Pop a Shot, Time Crisis,
Oh,
shooting
that's
game.
mine too.
Hate the shooting games.
Yeah.
And I want to say air hockey, but I feel like it's something else in there. But I like air hockey. Air
Alright.
hockey's good.
I'll definitely do air hockey. I
light
don't care
game.
how old you are. My son is in here with me, and I will beat him anytime. I'm not spared no feelings. But air hockey, definitely any of the driving, racing type of games.
Yeah.
You guys know my story. I'm 5'10". I can't play basketball, so I'm not shooting anything. I don't know what the third one would be for me. Like my top 3.
The light game.
Oh yeah, light game. Yeah. You know,
There
if
you
you
go.
need some tickets, let me do that for you. I can do that. I can do that.
I would say mine is Pop a Shot, Time Crisis, and anybody can holler at me on Cruising World USA. That's the card. That's the
The
card
racing game.
When you hit the pedal twice and it raises up on you.
And you
Yeah.
can choose
What card? What city you're in? Yep.
Does laser tag count?
Oh, I got everybody.
Because laser
That would be-
tag, I'm locked in.
You bet
I
know
will
who get
walk
hit the
out
most.
sweating behind laser tag. Like, it gets serious.
Yep.
there. Like, again, I'm not holding any punches. But also with the whole like loading the cards and everything, like between the betting and the loading the cards, like I'm going into debt. I will go into college debt between that, like, because then once you win, now I'm getting more points on the cards. Come back and play more. Like, slippery slope. Slippery slope.
Darius on our chat. If you're listening on 100.1 FM, remember you can watch us on social media and join the chat. And Darius said he's Papa Shot in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've never played Turtles. I played Ninja Turtles. Oh, is that the?
It's probably been a while since I played it. I kind of remember it at the arcade. You know, when Ward Parkway had the arcade right
Oh
there.
yeah, Aladdin's Castle.
Aladdin's Castle.
What about
Yes,
I love me
sir.
some Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Yep.
I'd be on that bad boy like
Yeah,
My
that's
ADD goes
classic.
insane.
That's
I
classic.
can't. I can't do the
I'm
Pac-Man.
gone.
That's
Get up,
classic.
get me involved. I need something hands-on. I'm going stir crazy on the Pac-Man. WNBA fans, Chicago Sky versus Minnesota Lynx live stream gets 400K viewers after game wasn't televised. This is another one we've talked about on like the
Yes.
different streamings and the fight to stream and all that type of stuff. Q, your thoughts on this one?
I hated for one because why was it just on streaming and not Like you have a game with Angel Reese and you're putting it only on streaming. That makes no sense. But the WNBA is making their strides. I just think they just need a lot more. And I don't know if we're talking about the charter flights being added as an added bonus to teams, but they're still building. And I like the building blocks, but some things like this are very like, what was you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were supposed to have it they were supposed to stream it, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. So kudos to the fan that decided to, because I mean, you get 1 million views on YouTube, and I think that's what, 20K?
Seriously?
Yeah.
So you mean all I gotta do is find me a
Get 1 million views on YouTube, it's 20K per million.
oof.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
They gotta just sitting there, got their ticket back, money back plus some.
I need to be
Yeah.
welcome to my YouTube page. No.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Right, exactly. But I guess I'm with you, Q. Like I do feel like the WNBA is definitely, I feel like we're headed in the right direction. And for me, like when I saw this, obviously I immediately started comparing like, okay, Caitlin Clark, she got her game televised or whatnot. Why didn't we get to see Angel Reese and, Camilla have their debut on live TV as well? So I guess for me, like, I just still see a lot of differences when it comes to those two. So that's what I thought of.
Do you think that WNBA tries to, like, is this them hinting at them trying to make their whole own channel and streaming service and everything like that?
Probably. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have the NBA that does it with their league pass.
Right.
And it just, if you want people to tune in, you got 400,000 people that are going to watch a network at one given time. Yes. I think that they should definitely, it just makes sense money-wise. Yeah.
But I'm with you, Tony, on why I use this game as the example, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Flavor Flav is the U.S. women's water polo team's official hype man and sponsor.
Yeah.
Says he's going to be the biggest hype man they've ever had. Let's hear from him.
Flavor Flav.
Maggie, man. And when I come out and I watch this water polo team, the water polo team, USA, yo, I'm going to be the biggest hype man that they ever had in their life. I'm going to be bigger than any cheerleader that they had in their life. I'm going to cheer this team on, and I'm going to cheer this team into winning a gold medal.
It's very surreal. You can see it in my face when Flav reached out and was willing to kind of join our team, like be a part of women's water polo, Team USA.
Flavor Flav.
That's dope.
I mean, who wouldn't want Flavor Flav as their hype man, right? I just like he just would bring like a lot of good vibes.
Yeah. And how many of y'all have watched water polo ever?
I know nothing.
I have, yes.
Is that the one
Only
where
in
they're
the Olympics.
Yeah, in the water. You got
They're
that.
throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
It's almost like volleyball in the water, but it's like it's tough because it's like a mix of like volleyball, basketball all in one. Because it's like they play with a volleyball in the water and you're trying to throw it into a net, almost like hockey or soccer.
is someone holding it, or they actually have like a?
No, it's just like a net in the water. And
Well, if that answers your question, no, I have not watched volleyball.
But you know what? This is why they did
I
it.
tune in
Yeah,
just to see
now
him.
you're gonna see Flavor Flav, a character that some people really like.
Yeah.
Just to see what he's gonna do. So yeah, I like it.
It's a cool sport to watch.
Definitely in the Olympics. I feel like when you're flipping through all the Olympic games, I definitely feel like I tune in a little bit, but I don't know any of the rules or what the goal is or anything like that.
Because it's a fascinating game when you're watching it, and especially to see how they like contort their body in the water to throw the ball. Like it's crazy, but
Anything in the water is impressive to me, honestly. Like, not gonna lie. I mean, obviously swimming, everything. I'm like, that's enough. And then you see people jumping out of pools, flat-footed and stuff like that. Like, props to you, because I couldn't do it. I'm
full body workout.
I'm doggy paddling the whole time. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll dive into our Hate or Love It segment. Keep it locked in. This is W Show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. on 100.1 FM and Facebook
Are
Live.
you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com, exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors: classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to interact with our show. Use hashtag Talk About It. Message us. We'll talk about whatever topic you want. Now, according to 2019 research from the University of Alabama, receiving multiple tattoos can actively strengthen immunological response and can increase the body's ability to fight off generic infections such as the common cold.
Get more tattoos.
Let's talk about it.
Basically.
I have 4 tattoos.
Okay. You get codes?
Not really, but I didn't think it was because of my tattoos. I just thought it was because I took care of myself.
Oh,
or
okay.
if I thought something was coming, I was preventative. But hey,
I think it's because like you think about like ink. You ever used to write on yourself as a kid, and they were like, "You're gonna get ink poisoning." Well, that's a real thing. And I think that's how your body, and then you have your pores that's open for a long period of time. So yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay, but wild story. I got my first tattoo while I had the flu. Hear me out, because it was my birthday. It was my 18th birthday. And I had the flu on my birthday, but I was like, by any means, I'm getting tatted on my 18th birthday.
By any means, it's crazy.
Yeah, like I was in there getting tatted.
Like, were you healed the next day?
Well, I don't think I was healed the next day. Not gonna lie, but I wonder if it had any role in my recovery because I got tatted while I was fighting. Like I kind of knocked myself while I was down, but now I'm curious. Did it help?
While you was in the fight?
I was definitely in the dog fight getting tatted.
I don't have any tattoos, but I think my immune system is good because I have the Lord tattooed in my heart.
As his nose is stuffy and he sounds different right now.
Because my allergies are killing me over here.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'll get more. I'll not have the flu next time and see how it goes down. We'll see. Let's get into our hate or love it.
It's that time for Love It or Hate It.
Hate it.
If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
Starting off our sneakers of the week, we have the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack University Red. That was a mouthful.
Fire. I like these.
I like those too.
Yeah. I do
Jordan
too.
Jumpman Jack. Say it 3 times fast.
Jordan Jumpman Jack. Jordan Jumpman Jack.
Yeah.
Nope, can't do it.
Because those they actually look like the Andre Agassi shoes. What were I forget what they're air up tempos or something like that.
Yeah, I both like
Yeah.
Bo Jackson too.
Are those a casual shoe or like a hooping shoe?
Nah, they like casual streetwear.
Yeah.
I don't think I rock them. They kind of look like they should be basketball shoes, but they're not.
I like them.
I do too.
I think I'll pass. The Nike Dunk Low Varsity Greens.
I think those are cool.
These are decent.
Yeah.
My favorites this week, I think.
Yeah, these are
I
decent.
feel like those are safe.
Yeah. Nike LeBron 4 eggplants.
Dope.
These look like RoboCop shoes.
Yeah.
The Nike Book 1 rattlesnakes.
No.
Put it
Now-
back in a book. Start over.
Minnesota Timberwolves Rudy Gobert skips game 2 of the playoffs to witness the birth of his first child. Hate it or love it.
Love it.
I love it because as somebody who has pushed out a child, like, you know, you need and want all the support that you can have, especially the person who helped you create the baby. Okay, like
I cannot relate.
Glad
But
you're there.
the name of Utah's new NHL team will be determined with help from fans. Here's how. They're at least partially in the hands of the people. Utah Glaciers, Mammoths, Caribou, Powder, Squall. I guess you just pick your vote. Hate it or love it.
Either way, it's gonna be a trash name.
Utah
Weird.
Blizzard. I see that one. Utah Blast.
Outlaws, Utah Fury, Black Diamonds.
Utah
Terrible.
Hive.
Because what is? Oh, is that Swarm?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it said Swam. I was like, what is a Swam? And then what is a Utah Yeti?
Yeti
No.
Cups, that's the wave. Minnesota Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards says that Michael Jordan comparisons needs to stop. Hate it or love it.
I love it, man. But yeah, I like the confidence be young, man.
I asked you that about a month ago. I was like, is it crazy to say that?
Yeah, it is.
And
it is.
now it's just that. I mean, it's wild because the comparison is there.
I respect it.
We appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. Remember, you can interact with us. Use hashtag talk about it. And we'll talk about whatever topic you want. To all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Have a safe holiday, Mother's Day weekend. Until next week, we are out of here.
Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundation, or affiliates.